Welcome back. Since the South African tech tree was added in Equastrike and Israel in Winged Lions and Wings of Change, there's been a steady buzz of speculation as to what nation is coming next into the game. And recently, in an interview with IGN Poland, Gaijin did say that there was another nation with unique ground vehicles in the works. And while the usual candidates of Yugoslavia or South Korea were speculated, I believe it's neither of them, but rather it's this nation. But before we get into the nation that I'm getting at, let's examine why I think it is. Recall the model leak last year at update 2.7.0.55. A lot of vehicles on there have made its way into the game now in the subsequent patches. The F-105D, Type 10, and the Saar and Sambad to name a few. Now, ever since that leak, Gaijin has decided to use it as an asset pool and have actually added vehicles into it recently. Thanks to GSABI99, a data miner, we were able to get a list of the new vehicles added. There are certainly interesting vehicles there such as the CCVL, the American counterpart to the VFM5, and the BMP-23 of Bulgaria, a conversion of the 2S1 Vodzika self-propelled artillery into an IFV carrying a 23mm gun, and the ZU-23-2 and is equipped with the Malyutka ATGM and the 9K111 I can't say the name of the ATGM without getting flagged by YouTube. Don't Google 9K111. Well, anyways, two of the newly added vehicles have already been added into the game, the Alecto Mark I and the T-72M2 Moderna. So what am I getting at? As you can probably tell from the footage I'm using, I believe that Hungary is the next nation coming to War Thunder. Among the new additions to the asset pool are 4 Hungarian vehicles, the Turan 1, the 40mm ARM variant of the Turan 2 in-game, the Turan 3, the Turan with a redesigned turret to accommodate a larger gun, and 2 Zrinyi SPGs. These were based on the Turan chassis and were fitted with a 75mm for the Zrinyi 1 and a 105mm for the Zrinyi 2. Now, 4 tanks? On top of the 2 already added, the Tolly 2A and Turan 2, that's only 6 vehicles. That's hardly a tree. Even the South African sub-tree debuted with more than 10 vehicles. So, what gives? Well, from what I observed in this asset pool, a lot, if not all vehicles, use some sort of existing asset we already have in-game. The CCVL reuses the VFM5's assets, and the BMP-23 uses the MTLB chassis in-game as the Sturm S. All 4 of these vehicles share the Turan chassis, which we already have in-game as the Turan 2. So I believe what we're seeing is only a fraction of the intended vehicles to be added. And as the data mine specifically lists them as Italian vehicles, we can only assume that Hungary will be a sub-tree of Italy. When it comes to aircraft, I don't think we'll see them outside premiums. But the squadron vehicle SE-22M3 in the USSR originally had the Hungarian flag in camouflage and one of the dev servers for Winged Lions, before switching out to the Syrian colors. Then, we already have the premium 109 G2 for about the longest time. So that's why I think Hungary is the next nation. What do you think? Anyway, thanks for watching. This is the Dr. MD. Godspeed.